Everybody, what's everybody up to this morning? Get in here. Get in here. Gather around. Uh, there's my other phone. There she be. Mm, yeah. Yeah. Let's see what everybody's doing this morning. Hey, hotspot on. Hotspot is on. Let me get this thing rolling. Get this other phone going. Two in the house. What's up, K-Save? Trucker Beetle Bailey. What's up? We're getting unloaded right now. We're getting unloaded. Then we're gonna go to the house for a few hours, and then I gotta get reloaded this afternoon. You know what I mean? Like we putting them back to back to back to back. You know, it's unbelievable right now. I gotta get that dang weekly recap video done, man. Yeah, that's way behind right now. I finished my week on Wednesday. The great freight sage Logic in the house. Trucker Beetle Bailey broke down. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. What happened? What happened? What am I doing here? What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh man, did I not put my thumbnail on there? I hate when I schedule a live. Sometimes I don't use my thumbnail that I want to use. Oh man, I should probably be napping right now, but you know we're gonna kick it. We're gonna kick it. Let's see here. There we go. Got the other phone rolling now. Let me like the video. Everybody hit that like button for me if you could. Got my like in there at least. Trucker Bit of Belly broke down. Jamie O'Hare, good morning. K Safe says, been out here 2 weeks. Rates too good to go home. Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. I mean, this load I got right now, man, like, you know, when you're getting like 250, 260 a mile out of freaking Delaware, I mean, that's like $1 more than you normally get out of Delaware. Normally, Delaware is like $1.50, $1.80, maybe $2. Yeah, like almost 260 a mile. And the load out of Minnesota I got's like $4 a mile. So, and it's short spaced. I pick it up today. I deliver it Tuesday morning. Oh, oh, what a, what a time! What a time to be trucking. But yeah, we're here. We're in Minneapolis. I'm at the Unfi. I call it the Unfi. Used to be Super Value in Hopkins. I'm over there. I'm over there. Actually, really surprised. Like they put me in a door immediately and started unloading me immediately. So I'm expecting it to take them 6 hours to count it and give me the paperwork, but it's pretty nice, man. Straight to a door. Straight to a door. Trucker Beetle Bailey says, can't fan clutch or water pump frozen. Oh, that's a beast. That's a beast. Great Freight Sage Logic done. Okay, good deal. Thank you for hitting the like button. K Save says he's doing $4,600 from Wisconsin to New Jersey with a Maryland kicker on it. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. Yeah, I got 4,400 from Minneapolis to northern. Well, not really. It's kind of Birmingham area. I'm going to Alabama with a banjo on my knee. You know, so shit. I figured, you know, it's like $4 a mile. Oh man, loving it. Let me sing about it. Let me sing about these rates. Yeah, you really can't go wrong right now. You know, it's like I didn't last time I came in. I left out. Normally I go out and I come back. So this last time I left out, instead of coming back to Minneapolis, I came back to Chicago for a 1 pick 5 drop in Pennsylvania. for freaking $5,000 on 884 miles. Stupid rates. Stupid rates. So I couldn't pass that up, so I took that. That took up pretty much my whole week. That was kind of a babysit load. That's why it paid so good. It was only 884 miles, but it took up 5 days. So I got it loaded at night, and then it took like 3 full days and then a half a day. And I didn't get. Wait, did I get reloaded? No, I did not get reloaded on that last on Wednesday. So I got this load on Thursday. So yeah. So couldn't pass that up. So I said, well, when I come back home, I'll stay home for an extra day to kind of make up for not coming straight back. Got rolling into town, and I got offered a couple different loads, and they're just too good right now. It's like, come summertime, I'll take this money. I'll take a nice vacation come summer. So, you make the money when you can, while you can, The weather is cooperating right now, too. That makes a difference for me. If it gets super hot out, I'll probably take a week off. Waiting for good weather. Waiting for the good weather. Driving with John. Good morning, Cash. What's up? Oh my God, is this guy gonna hit me? Holy shit, dude. Whew. God damn, dude. Look how close he got to hitting me. He's trying to go to the next door over. God almighty, dude. Learn how to fucking drive. I knew he was going to be a problem when he pulled up. Whew, damn it. You don't realize your truck is 50 degrees past freaking 90? You're basically taking the damn fairings off your own truck. Son of a bitches, learn how to drive. And then he's gonna give me a dirty look. Get out there and stomp your old ass, man. Don't even give me that look, you non-driving bastard. I don't play stupid shit with stupid people. It's not my thing anymore. I've gotten past it in life. Yeah, explain to me how you're trying to go to the next door over. You're not even trying to go to the door next to me. You're going to the next door over, but yet you crank it so hard. Jesus Christ. Non-backing son of a bitch. I mean, I know that wall there, but that wall ain't that big of a deal when you got multiple spots to work with. Damn. I mean, he would have hit me if I hadn't honked the horn. He was coming in. He was going to hit me. You talking about some non-driving motherfuckers over here. Oh, man. That's good. That's good. Whew. Scare the living hell out of somebody. All right. That's my morning. Super value. And then he gives me a grumpy asshole look. Oh, these motherfuckers. I swear to God. I wish it was legal to just not hurt someone, but just give them a nice slap occasionally. I think that would change the world. I mean, I ain't saying I wouldn't get slapped occasionally, but I think people would mind their manners a little bit better. Damn it, son of a bitch almost hit me. God almighty. God almighty, these people. Let's see, where was I at? Sorry about that. Driving with John says, good morning, Cash. What's up? DIY says, hey now. Put it on the glass, DIY. Put it on the glass. We trucking and banking, man. What else can I say? Know your worth. Acknowledge your value. I'm trying to think of all the other cliche YouTube sayings. Let's see. K Save says Cancun. Maybe. I want to go to Hawaii. You know, I've never been to Hawaii, and it's a place I'd like to get to. Let's see. K-Safe says, I got my cheese. Good deal. Good deal. Paid with fiat. You traded an Italian car. That must be some good cheese if you traded an Italian car for it. Let's see. Trucker Bit Valley, get out and loof, Jack Mags. Yes, Jack Mass. Yes. Get out. I mean, like, like, I mean, you can look and see what kind of angle your trailer's at, you know? When the front of your trailer is past the spot next to the one you're trying to back in, it's probably time to straighten her up a little bit, you know? Pull up, straighten her up, back it in. I don't know. I mean, as an old guy, hopefully he's not that new to the game. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he is. I see a lot of older, like even when I went to truck driving school, and this was 15 years ago, the average guy in the class was probably 35, maybe 40. And that was counting like a couple guys that were in their early 20s, you know? So, I don't know. A lot of people start trucking as a second career. I ain't mad at that, you know. Do what you got to do with your life. Bought me some Lucas. Today's sponsor is Lucas. Home and Shop Oil. Toolbox Buddy. It worked pretty good. My seat was squeaking when I go down the road. It was going reek, 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 reek. So I put this on the little plastic bushings, and I put it on the little rails where it rides back and forth. And we seem to be not squeaking now. So shout out to Lucas. Lucas Oil Products. Come on. Let me work some brand names in here real quick. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get them sponsorships in there. Let's see. Yeah, gotta get out and look. Gotta get out and look for sure. DIY says, well done, K-Save, no doubt. Nutmeg Donkey in the house. What's up, Nutmeg? Says, making slapping folks great again. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wish, you know, like, not hurt them, but, you know, like, you know when somebody's just being obnoxious, you know? Like, just good little, you know, open hand. You know, I ain't trying to hurt nobody. But, you know, just one of those attention getters, you know, like when the guy on Smokey and the Bandit, you know, the Sheriff Buford T. Justice, he kicks those kids, they're stealing hubcaps. You know, he comes up and kicks that one right in the ass. And he says, now that's an attention getter. I wish I could do a little bit of that, you know, just a little of attention, you know. I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I just don't get it, how you can have a truck in such a shape and you don't realize you're in such a shape that you're damn near going to hit the guy. Oh, man. I mean, can you imagine if I'd just let him hit me live on YouTube? That may have been a viral video. Hell, I may have made more money off of that video than I did off of trucking today. So I don't know. Maybe I should have done that, but yeah, I don't know. We're doing good. Like I say, I'm gonna go home for the day. I don't get reloaded till this afternoon, so I think we might already be unloaded here. I don't think there's a lumper fee on this. I've delivered these loads before or once before. And there was no lumper fee on it. It's like prepaid. Super value is, or Unfi, as I call them, Unfi. Unfi is, they're getting prepaid. You know, they're starting to learn that lumpers as the driver, I shouldn't have to deal with that payment. That's not a me payment. That's a deal between the shipper and the broker and the receiver. Carrier shouldn't be involved in that transaction. But yeah. I'm just sitting here looking at this wall. Look at this wall where people have driven into it. Like, how do you not realize there's a giant wall right there? It's like, You know, it's pretty obvious. They even had to paint it yellow. That's so sad. So sad that they had to paint that yellow because, I mean, you know, there's a 15-foot wall there. Like, you can't acknowledge that's there. Um, I'm not a fan of backing in on this side of the building because of that wall, but they're pretty smart about it. They usually leave like a door in between trucks just because, you know, they don't want people hitting each other. Doesn't always work, but you know, that's the plan. But yeah, we're gonna go home for a minute. Gonna go home for a minute. Um, I may. I went to Walmart yesterday, but I just bought me some clothes. You know, I needed some socks and, you know, underwear, t-shirts. You know, summer stuff. Getting ready for summer. Um, you know, and I really didn't buy any groceries because I was kind of trying to hurry up and get here, but I needed some, like, you know, socks and stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Um, Kelly Patterson says, I was 34 when I started driving. Yeah, see, that's about the average age, I think, of drivers when they get into the industry. Most people have a career, and then that something happens with that career, and then they go to trucking. That's typically how people end up in trucking. Now, me, I kind of wanted to drive a truck, even like when I was in high school, I wanted to be a truck driver. You know what I mean? Like, just, you know, I mean, what's not to love, you know? The women, the good times, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I just saw it as like, I thought every run was going to be like Smokey and the Bandit, you know what I mean? That's going to have me a sick ass Trans Am running blocker for me. Uh, oh, man. I'll tell you, man, when I went into trucking, it was like a slap of reality. Like, I mean, Lord have mercy. I told myself, oh, I'm gonna drive like 10 hours a day. I'm gonna start at about 4 or 5 in the morning. I'll drive till like morning rush hour starts, and then I'll stop and I'll shut down and I'll park, and then I'll get back up when, you know, rush hour's over, and then I'll drive for like another 5 to 7 hours. Yeah. Oh man, I think in 15 years I've done that one time. Yeah, I was a little naive. I was a little naive, you know. I was kind of thinking I run the freight, not the freight runs me. Uh, you know, now I've got smart enough to realize it's a little bit more of a give and take. You know, I run the freight, it runs me. We work it back and forth a little bit, you know. But yeah, most people have a career like, and I'll be honest with you, I worked in the sheet metal workers union before I got into trucking. I had a lot of jobs before I got into trucking. I tried my hand at quite a few things. I think the one job that would have stuck though was I was in the sheet metal workers union, and boy, I was making good money. Oh, was I making really, really, really good money? And I probably would still be there doing that to this day. But they packed it up and they moved it to they moved about 25% of the production of the plant we worked in. They moved it to Brownsville, Texas. It was Carrier air conditioners, making the big ones, like the industrial ones, like that go on top of like a Kroger or an apartment building. Like they made one there that was a 300-ton unit. So you think, you know, your normal house is what, like 1 to 3 tons. Yeah, so they were making like 300-ton units, you know. That one unit could like run the coolers at Walmart and cool the building, you know, like massive air conditioners. So anyway, I liked that job. It was an interesting job, a massive factory, like probably like I want to say like 13, 14, maybe 1,500 people worked there. And yeah, they shut it down. They moved one or two production lines to, and they probably had about 8 different production lines. They had their own metal shop. You know, like they would bring in rolls of sheet metal and, you know, stamp it and make. I mean, basically the only real things I know that they bought were electric motors would come in. You know, like they bought a lot of electric motors from A.O. Smith. Um, but as far as like everything else, man, they made everything. They bent their own copper tubing. You know, it's one of those things like where raw materials come in one end of the factory and finished air conditioners roll out the other end. It was a really cool place to work. And I made great money. I mean, we're talking like the early 2000s. You know, and I was making like, oh, my average week was probably $1,500 a week in the early 2000s. Now, given I was working like 60 to 70 hours a week, but to be out in rural Tennessee, yeah, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of. I mean, you could rent a house for like $300 or $400 back then a month. You know what I mean? Like that was a lot of money. But you know, at the time, United Technologies owned Carrier, and they said, hey, we're paying, it was Sheet Metal Workers Union. The factory was just turning 30 years old, so they had a lot of people that had stuck around the whole 30 years. I was amazed at how many people had been there 20 plus years when I started working there. And the pensions were starting to kick in, and that health care was starting to get, expensive. And the union was asking for more and more and more. And, like, I don't think the union was bad for the place because, I mean, honestly, I was making a great money. So I know the union had helped make that happen. But at the same time, it was like, I kind of felt like maybe they had something to do with Carrier wanting to leave, with asking for more and more and more and more, you know. But at the end of the day, it didn't work out, and I ended up in trucking. And that's why I say you got to be flexible. 2008, 2009, trucking wasn't working for me. I left. I was kind of in between carriers. I went and got my own authority, tried that. That was a bust. Went to work with Averett Express out of Cookeville, Tennessee, and good company. Had a nice little run with them for about a year and a half, maybe a little bit more than that, but I think it was about a year and a half. And like the economy was just bad at the time, And Averett tried to do what they could do, it's a well-run company. I'll give it that. Like, they don't have a lot of debt. Like when the economy went down in 2008, 2009, hell, they were buying new trucks. Like they went out and bought pretty much they were trying to get more fuel efficient. So they was out buying new trucks with APUs and you know what I mean? Like it's a well-run company. They were doing the things that if you had the money, it was the smart thing to be doing. Buy new equipment when the market's down, like I tell you right now, I bought this truck during COVID, like in March of last year when COVID had everybody scared to death, and I got a hell of a deal on it because of that. So, when the market's down, it's a good time to buy equipment. Build your business, make it better. What do they say? Build back better, make it better, great again. Make better great, make America great better again. Something like I don't know, better great again. I don't know. I'll figure it out one day. Let's see, get some comments here. 22 in the house, 8 likes. If you haven't got up on that like button yet, do it for me. Dry hump it in the morning. Treat that like button like it's your like it's your girlfriend, and you just forgot you fell asleep together. You know what I'm saying? Just get in there on it. Let's see, where am I at? Dragon Breath, yes, sir. Yeah, that orange soda is quite carbonated. I had what did I have before that? Oh, a Coke Zero. Those Coke Zeros, man, they got to be the most carbonated. They got to be the most carbonated sodas out there. K-Save says, I'm retiring from trucking at 34, hopefully. K-Save, if these rates keep going like they are, and Bitcoin keeps going like it is, holy smokes, man, oh man. Kangaroo Trucker in the house. Thank you, Kangaroo Trucker, with the $4.99 super chat this morning. Let me turn the brightness up here where I can actually read what people are saying. Kangaroo Trucker says, Cash, I got a roll. Be safe today. Make butter better. I always say, whoo, that's a good saying. I'd put that on a sign and put it up my front yard. I'm going to tell you right now. Yep. You put that on a sign. I'll put it in my front yard. Let's see. Where am I at? Oh, da 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 da. Whoop. Hit a button wrong there. Okay, say, Kangaroo Trucker says, morning, ain't no coffee here at the DC Corral. Yeah, I tell you, if you're a coffee drinker, man, you got to get you one of those cure eggs for the truck. Yeah, do that, because truck stop coffee, I don't drink coffee anymore. I used to drink coffee. But my thing with truck stop coffee is it is so inconsistent. You can go in one morning, man, it be the best cup of coffee you've had in a year. And you can go in that same damn truck stop 3 hours later, and it be the worst damn cup of coffee ever to exist. So I think if I was going to start drinking coffee again, I'd have to get me one of those cure eggs, the one serving deals to go in the truck. Just the way it is. And I mean, also I do, when I used to drink a lot of coffee in the truck, I kept the Folgers crystals in there. I know a lot of people, they're coffee snobs, man. I tell them I drink Folgers crystals, and they're like, hey, hillbilly, play me some banjo music. And I go, I ain't got a banjo. I got a harmonica, though. I can hit on with a little bit of that. But yeah, a lot of people they don't think it's classy. But who cares, right? Who cares? Never cared what people thought. Let's see. Trucker Bailey says, I started in trucking when I was 18. I got my Class B CDL. I was doing flatbed and rock bucket around my hometown. And then when I turned 21, I got my Class A and went over the road. That's a good way to move, man. That's a good way to move. I'm trying to get my nephew to do that right now. I'm like, get up off your ass and go get that Class B and go get a job doing something that is trucking related. Drive a dump truck. Deliver. My uncle used to do Class B, delivering brick, with the Moffat on the back, the donkey. People call them all different things. A little forklift on the back of a big, long flatbed, straight truck. Not a combination, just a straight truck. He did that for years. He loved that job. I told my nephew, go do something like that. And then, when you turn 21, you'll upgrade to a Class A. You'll already have commercial driving experience, at least when you've put down on your application your previous job history, you can put down were you subject to the drug and alcohol testing of a motor carrier. You can check yes. Was it a commercial vehicle? Yes. Those are good boxes to tick, even if they're not Class A. Or that's my opinion, at least. I don't know. We'll see. Let me see if I got another one of these orange sodas back here. I'm gonna carbonate my life real quick. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The second part of this live is brought to you today by Sunkissed Orange Zero Sugar. Oh, that's a tasty beverage. That is a tasty beverage. Whoop, don't pour it too fast. These are currently 2 for $3.25. Where I bought these. Love's got them 2 for $3.50 right now, I think. Just saying. Don't go blowing up my spot. Don't drink up all my sodas. That's what I'm saying. 21 in the house, 22 in the house. Just went up one. 14 likes. Everybody get that like button. But yeah, Beetle Bailey, I'm trying to get my nephew to do what you did, man. Go get that CDL right now. Like you want to make moves as a driver. Show people you're serious about it. That's what I tell him. I'm like, people don't know what you want. They don't know you're serious. I told him, I said, there's a couple rock haulers there that have, contracts with the state to haul rock to make roads. And I said, they're constantly hiring people. I said, call them and talk to them. See what they offer. Hell, I said, they may pay for you to go get you Class B and then train you, I mean, and even if they don't, go get to Class B on your own. Uh, you got to make things happen. It's like, that's one thing in trucking, boy. They don't hand you nothing. Nothing comes for free. Driving with John says, Cash and the Bandit, the ultimate remake. Yeah. When I started out in trucking, I thought every run was going to be, Coors beer from Texarkana. I mean, like, I didn't really think of it like that, but I was really naive about it. I really did think it was going to be like much more glamorous than what it was, about that, like that first week of training, everything was new and exciting. And that second week of training, it got a little bland. It was like, okay, and I will say, we were on a dedicated run. When my training with USA Truck, me and my trainer went from Ann Arbor, Michigan to the Nissan plant down there in Mississippi. I think it's in Canton. We went from Canton to Ann Arbor, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It was a pretty good run. I think it was like 800 something miles, maybe 900 miles. So it was like, it was a good 450 mile day for each driver. So, right off the bat, we were team driving, that's how some carriers do it. There are a couple different ways you can go on that run, and I will say my trainer did take, we took different routes. We would go like to Indianapolis and then come down 65, and go to Memphis and then come down. Then other times we would go to Indianapolis and run 70 to Effingham and then come down. So, I mean, I got different roads and different experience, and it was winter time. This was like January, February, so I definitely got some winter weather in Indianapolis and Ann Arbor. Got some winter driving in and training, but it became a job real quick. Let me tell you, it did. It was like the glamour wore off quick. George Costanza says, too damn early. No, man, it's never too early to hang out with my folks. We got a green light, people. George Costanza said, I did 12 years in the Army, got out 2015, went to college and got my bachelor's, and then while interning at a big company, working my way up, I realized that the corporate world sucks, trucking rocks. Yes. Kelly Patterson says, I don't like the office or lab environment like trucking, though. Yeah, I'm the same way. I did take a shot at college, and I went and tried some accounting and stuff like that. It just wasn't for me. DIY says, good morning, Kangaroo Trucker. What are you drinking this morning, Cash? We own that orange drink. I put it on the glass. George Costanza says, was still doing my MBA up till last year. Did see a purpose in finishing it since I love trucking. Saves a bunch of money. Yeah, I mean, hey, anytime you can upgrade yourself and put another, feather in your cap, by all means, advance yourself. Would be my opinion. Kelly Patterson says internal office politics and the backbiting bugs me. Yeah, I can imagine, man. That's why I didn't like high school. I didn't like all the politicking and all the he said, she said, they said. Oh, it's so taxing. I don't have time for it, I can sit in my little truck here and drive her down the road and, put on a podcast or a documentary and just listen to it. And, maybe talk on the phone some, with the Bluetooth, Blue Parrot and whatnot. Wear your Blue Parrot. Don't Don't be holding your phone going down the road. For people that don't know, holding your phone going down the road in a commercial truck is a $2,700 fine. I got to think, if more of these truckers out here knew that that fine was so expensive, they wouldn't do it. I see them just blatantly as hell holding it right up here in front of their face going down the road, and I'm like, bro, that gets you a $2,700 fine. That gets the motor carrier that has numbers on the side of that truck a $10,000 fine. So it's $12,700 if you get pulled over holding that phone. And damn it, I wish they would do it more often, because I see it a lot. I see it too much. Dirty Broke in the house. Good morning, Dirty Broke. Everybody check out my boy Dirty Broke there. He is the man. Great channel. I like the fitness aspect. I'm thinking fitness. I'm not really following through with it like I should, but I think about it. You know what I mean? It's like I'm like a train. You know, it takes me a little while to get going. So at least I'm thinking about it. Let's see. Where was I at? There we go. Dirty Broke. Thank you again, Kangaroo Trucker, for the $4.99 super chat. Fat Joe says Folgers Crystals is super delicious. I think so too. For an instant coffee, like, it's pretty damn good. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. You know? It's like any kind of coffee. It's got to be hot for me. Like, I don't like, once coffee gets lukewarm, I'm kind of over it. You know, it's like, there's about an 8-minute window where I'll drink coffee. Like, from where it doesn't take the skin off the roof of your mouth to it's slightly, like, warm. You know, like, once it gets warm, I'm over it. I gotta get hot. But yeah. Kelly Patterson says, can you play Star Wars theme on a harmonica? Whew, I don't know. I probably could learn it, but that's not... I don't know. I'd have to learn the Star Wars theme, honestly. I don't remember that right offhand. Ooh, look at that Mac right there. Bring that Mac. Most of their trucks here at Super Value, now Unfi, as I call them, Unfi, most of them here are internationals now, Pro Stars. They still got a few of them old Macs running around, though. I applied to work here as a local driver, and they didn't like me. My credit score was not good enough for them. That's a bummer. Because I would have liked to work here. It is, you know, it's like, I think they start you out at 23 bucks an hour starting out, and you top out at 28 bucks an hour. It's union. It's like almost free health care. It's overtime after 8 hours, overtime after 40 hours. They typically work about 60 hours a week. I mean, it's pretty damn good money if you know, for being home. Like, most of the runs are at night. You'll deliver to grocery stores within about a 250-mile range of here. And then you might do a back haul, but most of the time you back haul just the, like things from the store, like cardboard, pallets. You back haul that stuff. But yeah, when I left Cisco Foods up here in Minneapolis, I applied here, and they were like, yeah, no, it's your credit score's an issue. And I'm like, my credit report's an issue? What does that mean? Like, you know, you think a guy with a bad credit score likes to work, you know? I don't know. G Walker, good morning. Thank you for coming in. Nice to see you. Wilburn79 says, good morning, Cash is King trucking and fans. Keep on trucking. Yes, sir. That's what we doing. But yeah, no, I like the concept of working here, you know. It just, they didn't want me. And it's funny because they're always hiring. Like, you know, they've always got a sign up on the building over there, next to the highway that says, you know, now hiring $22 an hour or whatever it is. I think it's like $22.48 It's an odd amount. It's like $22.48, I think you start out at. But yeah, it just, they're always hiring, but yeah, they wouldn't hire me because of that. And I'm like, I don't get it, but maybe it ain't for me to get, you know? I don't know. They got their reasons, and it's their business, so they can do what they want. But it was a pretty cool, I mean, it's a pretty easy setup they got here as far as the drivers go. You know, you show up at about 7 o'clock at night, typically around 6 or 7 o'clock at night, you'll show up. Your trailer's preloaded. You grab a truck, you hook to your trailer, you go out, and typically you'll make like, so the more senior guys get the shorter runs because they want to be closer to home, you know? So this is how I was told it works. Most of the senior guys do the more local runs. So they'll do more deliveries in a night, but they don't drive as much, you know? And basically when you're new, it's kind of like they send you out on the longer runs. I don't know. To me, that seems backwards of what I would want to do. You know, when I'm older, I want to do more driving, less delivering. But I guess like some of the places are out in some pretty rural towns. You know, like going up toward Duluth and stuff like that. So maybe that's why they do it. But it seemed like a pretty cool setup. Show up about 7 o'clock at night, preloaded trailer, grab a truck, hook to your trailer. I don't think the trucks are assigned. It's probably like when I worked at UPS. They're not assigned, but they kind of are. You know, you don't take certain people's trucks. You know, it's their truck. But, you know, get your truck, grab it, go out, usually deliver. You'll make like maybe one, maybe two deliveries, and then you turn around and you come back. If there's time, you grab another trailer and you'll go do some more deliveries. But for the most part, it sounded like the guys just starting out would do more like just maybe 1, 2, or 3 stores a night, because each store gets, you know, like a third of a trailer or a half of a trailer. So I don't know. I wanted to do it. It would have been a good job for me. Probably would have stuck with it, but they didn't. They said no thanks. So Lamar in the house is my first orientation as we speak. Nice, good job. Kelly Patrick says in Oregon nowadays, holding your phone while driving is a felony. Damn it, yes. I seen a lady yesterday. I meant to pull the dash cam footage. She was swerving all over the. I mean, she looked like she was drunk, and she was doing about 55 to 85 as far as speed. And when I got beside her at one point, in which I didn't get up next to her because she was swerving so bad. But yeah, she was video calling. Like, she was holding her phone and I could see, you know, she was doing a freaking FaceTime. And I'm like, damn it. Yeah, at least set your cruise control. Oh, that's a tasty beverage. But yeah, I think they ought to crack down on it more. They, I think it was in Indiana, the DOT officers were using a ghost truck, they were calling it, to catch truck drivers doing things. The DOT officers were driving an old UPS truck. It didn't have any lettering on it, but I mean, you knew what it was. It was an old day cab, a brown day cab. And yeah, they just come driving by you and see what you were doing, you know. And most guys, when a truck passes them, they don't care, you know. They don't think nothing of it. Yeah, they were busting the shit out of people, swerving and acting, you know, stupid. It's a good idea. I wish more states would do stuff like that. Ryan says never worked for a union company and never pull a load from Kroger. Oh man. Yeah. I don't know. I'm as about as indifferent as you can be on unions, because you know, they help and they hurt. So I'm not crazy about the union mentality at a lot of places. Like, I tried LTL year before last, Yeah, I think it was 2019. I tried to do LTL line haul. I hated the union atmosphere there at that place I was at. Everybody there was all the company's this, the company's that, and I'm like, well, if you don't like it, why are you here? Like, why be miserable at a company you don't like? You don't respect the management. Like, I would. I mean, I didn't leave because of that. I left because I was tired of like hearing everybody complain about everything, and being low man on the union pole was not working for me. I got a family. I can't afford to work 30 hours a week. It just don't work for me. If you hire me on, like, have some decency and work me 40 hours a week. But at least, But yeah, yeah, Kroger's can be a beast. Kroger's can be a beast. Dale says, morning, getting ready to head up to Vermont. Be safe, everyone. All right. Uh, hope Vermont works well for you. Um, let's see, where was I at? Man, I got to turn the brightness up on this. The sun came up. Now I can't see it. There we go. That's much better. George Costanza says, I love how trucking companies and companies in general ask stupid questions like, why do you want to work for us? Because I like food. Yeah, exactly. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Oh, I don't know. Hating myself because I'm at this dead end job I'm applying for today. I don't know. Like, God, like, they got to justify their. That's the stuff they learned in HR school. When they got their bachelor's degree in HR, that, oh, be sure you ask them, like, why do they want to work for you? Uh, because there's a hole in my pocket where money should go. That's why. George Gazan says, I'm back in Jackson, Georgia, headed down towards Miami today. Woo woo. Got to deliver 8 a.m. tomorrow. Damn, you got some ground to cover, sounds like. K Save says, I love Vermont. Okay, okay. Um, sorry, I got something out of there. Ryan says, Estes LTL is looking to hire 500 drivers. Yeah. Who was it? Old Dominion came out last week, said they're trying to hire 1,000 people. I think it was Yellow came out and said they were trying to hire 1,200 people. Um, these companies are having a hard time hiring people right now, and because truck driving schools aren't at full capacity, and a younger generation just doesn't want to drive truck. It seems like. Um, I think that's why rates are kind of where they're at right now. Like, they're going to have to start paying some real money to get people. Or I don't know, maybe the foreign countries. Maybe people can't come over here from foreign countries right now. Maybe that's what's helping rates. And I'm not trying to be racist or political with that. I'm just saying it's a fact of like these big mega carriers. They love bringing people over from foreign countries and paying them 25-30 cents a mile to run freight. Um, maybe there's not much of that going on because of Corona. People can't travel like they were. That could be part of it. Um, like, who knows? Who knows? There could be more to it, but huh? Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to think about and all that. But yeah, they're definitely having trouble hiring drivers right now. You see a lot of companies up in the pay right now. I noticed Schuster just gave a pay raise in January to all their drivers. And they gave one like last October also. So, these companies they're having to put out some money to get people interested. I think most drivers have learned that the sign-on bonus is a crock of crap, and they're not falling for it anymore. It's like, I mean, if you get a sign-on bonus, I'm not hating on you, but don't go to work at a place because of a sign-on bonus. I think we all can agree on that, and I think that's like, that's pretty common sense. And I think a lot of the mega carriers, they're like losing. They're like, I don't know how to say it. They're like losing their grip on their hiring and recruiting because the sign-on bonus. People are realizing now. Oh well, I mean, a sign-on bonus to me is a negative. It's like the last company I got a sign-on bonus from was from Cisco Foods, and I see why they offer that sign-on bonus now, because they hang you out to dry as a casual driver forever. And it's like if you didn't get that sign-on bonus, I mean, who's going to drive for? I was making like 16.80 a mile. I mean, excuse me. Whoa, that'd be great. 16.80 an hour. Yeah, you can't live on that. Not in Minneapolis. Not with a family. Like, so if they didn't give me it worked out to about $1,000 a month for a sign-on bonus for the first like 5 months. But then you get the thing and the damn tax takes half of it. I think that's another thing people don't like about sign-on bonuses. Bonuses are taxed at almost 50%. George Costanza says, where's the best place to park on a Sunday when you're headed to Miami? K-Safe says George Park in Miami. Okay. K-Safe says 595 truck stop in Davie, Florida. Yeah, go see Asian Mai. That last load I took out to Pennsylvania, I had an option to run a load down to Miami, and it was a decent rate. And man, I wish I'd have took it. I could have went and met Asian Mai in person. Richard Pierce says, why reefer over any others? A part of the rates being up for it right now. I think reefer for an owner operator is for me. I mean, it's like if you run dry van, there's just too much competition. Like dry van rates are good right now, but typically dry van rates are like, I don't know. To me, their averages are not good, and you'll deadhead a long way sometimes to get to good paying freight, and then when you get to it, to me, it's just not, I don't know. For me, if you're going to be an owner operator, I think reefer's the way to be. If I was going to be a company driver, it'd have to be a really good reefer company. Or I'd just go do dry van and, like run the miles. But as far as me, reefer it's just better for an owner operator. It's more money on less miles, basically. So I get more net profit out of it. Kelly Patterson says, F the people applying for these jobs could also pass a drug test. It would help too. Yeah, I wish we would go to, I wish we would start testing better for drugs in this industry. Thin some people out. I mean, I constantly see things on YouTube. People, oh, I haul marijuana and I got away with it. Or, like, I don't know if you saw that guy on Asian Mai a few months ago. Got caught with like 8 pounds of freaking marijuana. Didn't even go to prison. Got away with it. And they put him out of service. And then he violated the service. I'm like, I don't know. People like that just, it annoys me. Like, it annoys me. It's my career. And I take it very serious. And that's why it bothers me. Because other people, are out here, I drove without a CDL. Asian Mai just the other day. I drove without a CDL for 7 years. Like, I don't know. It's my career. I take it serious. I don't like stuff like that, Like, those people don't take it as serious as I take it, apparently. I don't know. And stuff like that makes the insurance rates go up. It makes it makes it harder on everybody else. That's what people don't understand. Like, when they do stuff like that, it makes it harder on everybody else. I was reading an article the other day. I can't remember where he was at, but I think the guy was from Minnesota. So he got inspected at a scale house. The police officer put him out of service. He then violates the out of service and is driving down the road, and the same damn trooper that put him out of service is in the median and sees him and is like, hey, isn't that the guy I just put out of service like an hour ago? Pulls him over. Strong smell of marijuana in the truck. He asked to search the truck. He finds 8 vials of marijuana. He finds a bottle of pills that have 3 different Schedule II narcotics in it. None of them prescribed to that guy. And then he's got 2 synthetic drug test piss kits, so he can pass the drug test. And I'm like, right there, if he's convicted of all that, CDL gone. Just get him out of the industry. Like, people like that are never going to learn. Never going to learn. Richard says, do you own your own trailer? When is it would be worth it? I do not own my own trailer. I don't find that it's worth it for me. It, like, I don't know. It's like, you got to work out the numbers on it, of owning the trailer. Number one, reefer trailers are really expensive right now. Good ones are hard to come by. So that's a factor in me not owning a trailer. You just got to work out the numbers, and you got to say, does it up my pay? Here where I'm at, they're not real fond of you own. I mean, there's guys here that own their own trailers, but it creates a lot of issues when you own your own trailer. It's like you can't interchange trailers. There's they gotta, your trailer's got to be brought back to you. So like if you break down and someone has to come rescue that load and deliver it, then you got to pay them to bring your trailer back. And I mean, that wouldn't be something that kept me from owning a trailer, because that wouldn't be like an everyday thing. But it is one thing you got to think about. The big one for me is interchanging trailers at the yard. So like, if I got a trailer, like I'm a half hour from our yard right now. So basically what I'll do is, if this trailer had any kind of issue with it, I would just take this trailer, drop it at the yard, get me one that doesn't have an issue, and I'd be gone. Whereas if it was my trailer, I would have the downtime of having to wait and get it fixed. So that's just a factor for me. And it's basically a break even. If I own my own trailer, it's going to cost me about the same to upkeep it, maintain it, that I would make extra. So at the end of, whatever, if say I went and bought a trailer and I paid myself back over a 3-year period for buying the trailer, or I finance it for 3 years. Yeah, at the end of 3 years, I would have an asset. It would be mine. But I'm just not, like, I've run the numbers a bunch in a bunch of different ways. And for me, not worth it for me. Not worth it. Not worth the effort. Because I'll be honest with you, if I had, I would. There's things I would rather invest in with that. $30,000 to $40,000 you're going to spend on a trailer. I'd rather go invest in something outside of trucking right now. It's just how it is, just how I see it. But I'm not saying, you shouldn't. It's just where I'm at. 33 in the house, 21 likes. Everybody smash that like button for me if you could. Let's see here. Wilburn says, you're right, Cash. I feel the same way about people like that. Yeah. I mean, it makes us all look bad, like, I try to think of trucking like, we're like a chain, like the weakest link. We're only as strong as the weakest link. And when you see guys doing stupid things, it annoys me. Stephen Davis in the house. Thanks for coming in, Stephen. Stephen says, everyone knows DIY already bought up all the available reefer trailers. Yeah, he was making a run at it. DIY Trucking and More says, Flintstone vitamins? Yes, sir. Go ahead and take you one of those. If you're rolling eastbound, always take your eastbound vitamins. Let me charge myself here with a big bunch of pills. I take this one because I've eaten too much sugar in my life, and I still eat too many carbs, so my pancreas don't work as good as it used to. I take this one because my blood pressure's high, because I drive a truck and four-wheelers cut me off all day, and it makes me scream obscenities at the windshield. Where's this other one at? That's a caffeine pill. This is a one-a-day men's health multivitamin. I take this because, I don't eat the best foods with the best nutrition, so this helps make up for it. Zinc, 100% of my daily zinc. That's good. Vitamin D, 175% of my vitamin D. So this helps fight coronavirus, I guess you could say. B6, B12, calcium, magnesium, riboflavin, thiamine, vitamin K. I didn't know vitamin K was a real thing. I guess so. That multivitamin, boy, that's a hard one to swallow. That's like eating a horse pill made of dirt. I always do that one first. Oh, that was a rough one. That's a rough one. And then this diabetes, this metformin, this is like super. This thing will dissolve the second it hits your tongue. So you better swallow that one quick. Oh, I can already taste it. Oh. Ooh, this is going to be the worst tasting pill they ever made, that metformin. Oh, yeah. Feeling strong. Got them macho man arms going. Look at that. Look at that. Are you jealous? Oh, man. All right, let me get back to what I'm doing. All right, everybody left a comment at one time. Good job. Thank you. This green light, I told y'all they put me straight in the door. They unloaded it immediately. Now it'll be 6 hours to count it. Let's see where we at. George Costanza says flatbed trailers are the only ones worth owning aside from Stinger setup. Yeah, okay, that's a good point. Yeah, flatbed, not a whole lot to maintain on a flatbed. That could be good. I mean, like, with what we're making right now on reefer rates, and as much as I run, if reefer trailers weren't so damn expensive and the good ones weren't so far and few between, I would definitely be looking more into it. I would. Because reefer trailers, for the most part, are not that expensive to maintain. As long as your running gear is good and your head unit is good, like, you can get a long service life out of a good reefer trailer. But with that being said, the ones at the dealerships right now are looking a little rough for what you're paying for them. And by the time they go down, who knows what rates will be at that point. So as of right now, I'd rather invest outside of trucking. Roger Moore in the house. What's up, brother? Thanks for coming in. We got 35 in the house, 23 likes. Everybody get that like button. George Costanza says flatbed owner ops make great money. You have to be networked well with your customers. Yeah, that kind of goes with any kind of freight. Sorry. brain fart. So, yeah, another guy that's leased on here where I'm at just went by. That's what I was waving at. Oh, I like that trailer he's got. Huh. Never seen that trailer before. Super singles on it though. I like it. Tire inflation system. I like it. It may be newer than mine. My trailer that I'm pulling right now is not an old trailer. Um, it's a 2014. I guess it is getting a little old. It's like a 7-year-old trailer. No hours on the unit though. It's got an electric compressor on it. So it used to be like a yard trailer, and it sat there plugged in all the time. So yeah, it's a low hours for a 2014. Let's see. But I'm thinking his trailer might be newer than mine. Huh. I'm happy with mine. I like my trailer. My trailer's got a flat bottom floor in it. It's got the tiny little grooves in it instead of like the big, like, the deep grooved floor. Mine's got these tiny little grooves in it. I like it. I like it a lot. Um, let's see. Flatbed owner operators. Yeah. Yeah. If you're an owner operator, number one, flatbed. If you're good at flatbed, you can make good money. That's for dang sure. Roger Moore. Hey, DIY. Adam Blocker says 250 a week in Bitcoin until it hits 100,000. Okay, so I was watching a thing about Bitcoin yesterday, and this strategist guy was talking. He could see Bitcoin being $200,000 a Bitcoin by the end of next year. And, I agree. And not because I think Bitcoin is like, unbeatable. It's not that I think Bitcoin is unbeatable. It's because they're printing so many damn dollars right now. Like, I think everything compared to the dollar is going to be worth a lot more by the end of next year. I think, yeah, I mean, buy up some stuff right now. If you've got money and you're looking to buy assets, buy them. Buy them right now. That's what I would tell you. Yay, yay. But yeah, that guy thinks Bitcoin could be worth 4 times as much by the end of next year that it is right now. And what else was it he thought? I think he said, like, I can't remember what the other one was, but let's see. Richard Pierce says flatbed rates are down right now. Reefer is way up right now. Yeah, I mean, like I don't know, because reefer is up right now, but you got to think, like, at the same time, it's not like crazy. It's probably up like 15% above normal, maybe 20% above normal, which is really good. But yeah, flatbed will come back in the spring, though. That's what you got to think of. Flatbed's a spring game. Boy, I'm not envious of this guy trying to back this truck in with that wall right there. He's got the big Volvo 860. Oh man, making things tough. Let me tell you. Let's see. DIY says hi, Roger. George Costanza says flatbed. Okay, flatbed is down, but you've got a lot of variety in what you can haul as an open decker. Yeah. I mean, spring is about to sprung as well, and that always kicks flatbed up. The Great Freight Sage Logic says, hey, DIY. George Costanza in the house. So it's like the wage gap, the rates are down, but there's a lot of variables not being taken into account. Okay. Uh, Roger Moore says truckers should supplement soluble fiber. Yeah, if you eat nothing but fast food, I would recommend for sure get yourself some. This guy's trying to sight side this back end right here. I think this is one of those times where you'd be better off to blindside it. You've got 3 open docks, but you've got me in the way. If you was to do it from the other side, you got nothing in the way, and you got more room between you and the wall. But we'll see. He get it. He get it in there eventually. Um, let's see. Roger Moore says maybe we can free up some fuel lanes. Oh yeah, there you go, Roger. That's what we're talking about. Hey, I think it was you telling me the other day, Roger, about those chicken fingers, those chicken tenders over there at the that marathon beside the steel plant on US 30. Stopped in there, got me some of those the other day. I was pretty impressed. I'd come back and get more. I come back and get more. I don't know. I don't understand why this guy don't just blindside this in there. Like, he is making this way harder than it has to be. He's getting a better shot at it now. At least he pulled way up. Richard Pierce says, I think I may be over dealing with tarps with 30-mile-an-hour winds in negative 20 wind chill. Cash makes reefer sound like the promised land. Oh, I can tell you right now, I left flatbed for that exact reason. You got to be realistic with reefer, though. Do you have patience? If you don't have good patience, and I don't mean like you're a doctor and you got patience. I mean that like, can you deal with the bullshit? Because reefer is chocked absolutely to the brim with bullshit. It just is. It just is. I went to the Port of Delaware the other day, up there in Wilmington. I went to three different warehouses to get loaded. All right, they put me in 3 different warehouses, and then they come back and they say, "Okay, well, now that you're here to get your paperwork, we need you to go back to a 4th warehouse." Like, and then you sit and you deal with these damn lumpers and overages and damages and shorts. They're a lot more common in they're a lot more common in reefer. So reefer's not without its faults. Every kind of trucking's got its ups and downs. But I'm like, I'm looking at doing some moving in the future, like Asian Mai does, like a van lines, doing some home moving. I'm looking at that in the future, kind of leaning towards that right now, maybe doing that in the next year or two. But other than that, reefer, I wouldn't do anything other than reefer. Car hauling's not for me. Flatbed's not for me anymore. It's just not where I'm at. So, Anthony in the house says, "Good morning, y'all." Hey, thanks for coming in, Anthony. Thanks for letting us know you're here. Roger Moore says, "Hey, Anthony." Yeah. George Costanza says, "The main problem with reefer trailers is the reefer unit itself. Maintenance and repairs on that thing are ungodly. Yes, they may be covered under warranty, but warranty work is the back of the queue." Yeah, I know some tricks to get, if you got a reefer trailer and you got a problem with it, put you a seal on there and tell them that you're hauling a load of frozen food and it's melting, and then they'll work on you immediately. Just try that. Let's see. Kelly Patterson says, "Yes, your doctor has you on blood thinners. Don't take vitamin K, thickens the blood." Okay. If your doctor has you on blood thinners, do not take the vitamin K. Good to know. George Costanza says, the more moving parts, the more parts that may stop moving. Yes. Yes, that you got to keep that in mind with your reefer trailer. Oh, watch what you're doing, guy. Don't hit me. God almighty, man. These guys are making me nervous today. Roger Moore says, does the floor on your trailer allow enough airflow to keep produce? Yeah. Oh, yeah. The only reason they do that deep grooved floor is because of when they used to stack produce on the floor. I don't haul floor stacked product. If you can't put it on a pallet, I don't want to haul it. Call somebody else. And not every load is made for me. Like, I'm not one of these guys that say, oh, I wouldn't haul for less than $3 a mile, or, I don't go there, or I don't do this, or blah, blah, blah. But as you get a little older in trucking and you get more financially secure, you start realizing what you will and you won't haul. And those guys that say, hey, I don't start my truck for less than $3 a mile, I believe them. Maybe they don't. Hell, if you've got a couple million stashed away in the bank, you ain't got to haul every load that comes up. Like, I don't have a couple million stashed in the bank, but I got enough to know I ain't gonna haul floor stacked produce. There's other loads out there. Not like my theory, not every load is made for me. So that's the way I look at it. So that's why they put those deep groove floors in those trailers, is for floor stacked product. Now, we have a customer up here in Minnesota that does floor stacked product, but I haven't hauled for them in probably 2 years, and for the fact that now I'm probably can't haul for that one customer doesn't hurt my feelings, because that floor is so much easier to clean. They don't make as big a mess in there. There's not as many busted pallets. There's not as much, stuff like that. So, yeah, no, that floor, I like that not deep grooved floor. And if you notice, most places that do a lot of frozen food keep those trailers like that. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. That's my people.